So what would you say if someone were to offer you, let's say, $5,000? I mean, really, you don't even need to answer that question. And if you happen to live in the state of Massachusetts, then you had better get ready for a huge boost to your bank account because there is a new program that is providing up to $5,000 in the form of a stimulus or rebate program for all of these people who meet these qualifications. And it couldn't come at a better time either, right? I mean, we are on the brink of a recession. Job cuts and unemployment headlines dominate all mainstream news and social media. Look around. Our economy is slowing as per the direct orders of Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. And until there is some form of stability reached in the markets and we can see Wall Street begin to recover and start making its bull run, stocks, which are traditionally a great investment opportunity, just aren't panning out just yet. And in addition to the losses that many brokers are being hit with, there is more trouble on the horizon. And historically, as we look back over time and understand how major wealth has been built, it usually is tied into a few areas. These include the stock market, business, oil, tech, technology, and grassroots bootstrap startups. Oh, and real estate, of course. And according to the business journals, more investors are losing money in the housing market, especially pandemic boom towns where there is a dense population and a growing share of investors, all losing money on homes sold in recent months. And don't get me started on commercial real estate and how banks like Wells Fargo are preparing for huge losses and corporate defaults on hundreds of millions of dollars of now vacant office space and high-rise buildings after round of tech layoffs in preparation for the coming recession. Additionally, financial institutions will soon gain access to FedNow, the Federal Reserve's instant payment service scheduled to launch this summer. And this is an important development for community banks, with the service allowing local institutions to gain access to a new system with instant clearing and settlement and requests for payments. These new features claim they will offer community banks and their customers safe, secure, and efficient real-time payments while negating the need for a U.S. central bank digital currency ahead of the growth of markets demanding faster payments, a demand that is rapidly growing. So the timing of FedNow is being presented as advantageous to community banks and customers and communities they serve. Yet, in the 5 years since the launch of the clearinghouse's RTP network, volumes have steadily increased by more than 10% per quarter. And the launch of FedNow will drive further adoption of instant payments by supporting universal access to meet market demand, or rather a forceful push by overreaching government. And speaking of government, more changes are coming soon, so you're going to want to listen up closely to this one because it may just include and affect you and your bank account, and in a very good way because millions of Americans can get as much as $5,000 through a rebate program. Changes are coming to the Massachusetts electric vehicle rebate program dubbed More-EV, a much needed boost or stimulus payment of up to $5,000, which is currently being made available to residents who own or lease a battery-powered electric vehicle that is less than $55,000. So this will exclude the affluent and well-off Porsche Taycan owners and some Tesla owners for that matter. And others can qualify for a rebate for ownership of plug-in hybrids or existing leases that cost less than $50,000. That rebate is for $1,500. And please note that there is an application required to claim the rebate, which must be turned in within 90 days of purchase. So this is definitely intended to drive trade-ins and new sales. And starting in just a few weeks, there will be new changes to the stimulus or rebate program. And that means that starting July 1st, a host of changes will go into effect. So the first change, according to the Department of Energy Resources, DOER, will allow buyers to take the rebate amount off of the cost of the car. This is especially helpful for those who can't afford to wait to be reimbursed because money is tight for some. And there will also be an extra $1,500 adder offered to low-income drivers. The income guidelines haven't been decided on just yet, but those who qualify will be able to get the $3,500 base rebate plus the $1,500 adder, giving them a total of $5,000. So that's a plus. I mean, there have been a ton of people out there who will qualify and consider themselves low income and be in the market to buy a new car for $50,000. Makes perfect sense. Meanwhile, there's another adder that will offer $1,000 to drivers trading in vehicles. And according to the DOER, those who are trading in a vehicle with market value that has an internal combustion engine that is not an electric vehicle will qualify for cash. However, not all of these changes will benefit residents because plug-in hybrids will no longer qualify for the rebate. And as you may recall, the Inflation Reduction Act introduced several electric vehicle rebates, which went into effect on January 1st of this year. And individuals reported adjusted gross incomes of $150,000 or less will qualify for a rebate as much as $7,500. This limit increases to $225,000 for head of household filers and $300,000 for joint filers. While for all of those individuals who don't qualify for the tax break if their van, sport utility vehicle, or pickup truck costs more than $80,000 are pretty much just out of luck. And there's more. But wait, there's more. There's a $55,000 price limit for all other vehicles too. Rebates of as much as $4,000 will be available for used vehicles that are $25,000 or less, and that is as long as the car is at least 2 years old, and buyers can only get the credit if it's the first sale of the vehicle. So no playing games with transferring ownerships between husband and wife or spouses just to scoop up the cash. And reports state that consumers will qualify for the rebate if their modified adjusted gross income is less than $150,000 for married couples or $75,000 for single filers. We have plenty more news and updates to come, so make sure you subscribe and don't forget to hit that like button and comment below and tell me which videos are your favorites. Kevin's normal vids by himself, the special guest videos with me, Michelle, aka Squirrel Tribe, the duets where we are together, or the tag team live stream debates, conversations, and chat sessions. I personally can't wait to read your responses. So until next time, my dudes, see you all real soon. Love ya. Bye.